Do you know which ETFs pay the highest dividends? 6 and even 8%. Watch the video to the end and you'll find out what it's like to get high dividend payouts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on useful information. Thanks. So, what are the best dividend stocks to watch in 2023? In this video, we highlight 4 high-yield dividend stocks for investors to consider adding to their portfolios in 2023. Kinder Morgan. Dividend yield as of the 26th of January 2023, 6.25%. U.S. company Kinder Morgan operates in the energy sector, specializing in owning and controlling oil and gas pipelines. Its reliable business model, combined with its consistent and generous history of dividend payments, earned it a place on our list of high-yield dividend stocks. Because of Kinder Morgan's business practice of providing long-term fee-based contracts to its clients, its profitability is not necessarily tied to oil and gas prices. This means that last year's surge in energy prices did not translate to the record profits many other oil and gas companies enjoyed. However, naturally, this cuts both ways. After racing to multi-year highs, wholesale energy prices have been following a downward trajectory since midway through 2022, although they remain at high historical levels. As the future outlook for energy prices remains less than certain, the long-term contracts which Kinder Morgan operate mean that any downside to their business from a potential fall in oil and gas prices would be limited. When it comes to picking high-yield dividend stocks, especially in the current economic climate, it is exactly this kind of reliable, predictable, and perhaps even boring stream of income which makes a company attractive. Finish this video to the end, because I've left the best part there. Altria Group. Dividend yield as of the 26th of January 2023, 8.25%. For investors who strictly follow ESG principles when investing, our next pick may not appeal. However, it happens to be a fact that tobacco companies account for some of the most reliable high dividend-paying stocks available, with many having a long history of providing great shareholder value. Altria Group is one such tobacco stock, one of the largest tobacco companies in the U.S. and owner of the famous Marlboro brand. In the first 6 months of 2022, the company accounted for 48.2% of the U.S. cigarette market. Although the widely publicized negative health effects of smoking have led to a decline in demand over the last several decades, Altria has been somewhat able to offset this through price increases, which ensure profits and cash flows remain high. Furthermore, as with many other tobacco companies, Altria has diversified its business to lessen its reliance on combustible tobacco products. Amongst other interests, Altria owns a 35% stake in Juul, who are a leading U.S. electronic cigarette company. As for its dividend, Altria has an incredible record of dividend payments, having increased its payout every year for 53 consecutive years, earning it the coveted title of Dividend King. Verizon Communications. Dividend yield as of the 26th of January 2023, 6.46%. Sometimes, a high-yield dividend stock can signal alarm bells to experienced investors. Can the company sustain such a high dividend? In the case of U.S. telecommunications giant Verizon, the evidence suggests that it can. Unfortunately, for existing shareholders, the reason behind Verizon's high dividend yield is mainly its poor performance in the stock market recently, which has seen share price drop almost 25% since the beginning of 2022. But does this slump provide new investors with an opportunity to pick up a reliable high-yielding dividend stock? Despite a poor 12 months in the stock market, Verizon's fundamentals appeared to remain relatively robust. Whilst total operating revenue increased 2.4% in 2022, an increase in operating expenses led to net income dropping 3.8% year-on-year. Nevertheless, This reported net income of $21.7 billion provided more than 2 times cover for the company's total dividend payments of $10.8 billion, suggesting that Verizon's dividend payout should remain safe for the time being. Do you want to buy shares in this and other companies at a profit? I have left a link in the comments to the best broker used by millions of investors. Legal & General. Dividend yield as of the 26th of January 2023, 7.23%. On the other side of the Atlantic, FTSE 100 constituent Legal & General is one of the top UK high-yield dividend stocks. Its impressive yield of 7.23% is more than double the average of the FTSE 100. Legal & General (L&G) is an insurance and asset management company based in the UK, most well known for its insurance and pension services, and has a solid record of increasing its annual dividend. Since the market crash in 2008, L&G has increased its dividend payment every year, with the exception of 2020, when it was held at the same level as 2019 due to the downturn caused by the pandemic. The company performed well in the first half of 2022, with operating profit rising 8% year-on-year to £1.2 billion. Naturally, this doesn't include the chaos wrought by the mini-budget in October 2022. However, in a trading statement released the following month by L&G, they stated that their expectations for full-year operating profit remained unchanged by the market turbulence. In the first half of 2022, L&G signed £4.4 billion new global pension risk transfer (PRT) business premiums, an increase of 42% year-on-year. This increase is in part thanks to the company's recent expansion into the US, which could offer further room for growth in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the video about the company that pays up to 20% in dividends. Thank you.